Hey guys, what's up? My name's Clint and welcome to my channel. Today we are doing a June 2020 tarot card reading. So before all this, I just really hope you guys could take the time to click subscribe on my channel just so that I could continue to give you guys these kinds of reading. I'm also a singer-songwriter, so if you want to stream some of my songs, you can just search Clint Andre on Spotify, iTunes, and all those other digital platforms. So anyway, going to the reading, this is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. I want you to choose one pile and then really focus on what attracts you the most. I will give a close-up for you to really meditate on which pile really attracts you the most. And then I will provide timestamps down below so that you guys can skip ahead to your reading. So I hope you guys stay safe and enjoy. Alright you guys, so these are the cards zoomed in. So this is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. You could pause the video and really meditate which attracts you the most, and then there will be timestamps provided and you could skip ahead to that reading. Alright, so this is for everyone who chose group number 1. Now I do see you're trying to challenge certain beliefs, really trying to stray away from what is traditionally done, trying to move away from whatever is the typical pattern. I do see that there were certain beliefs before, belief systems, and just certain hobbies or whatever it is that you've just continuously been so used to. It's basically been a routine, and I do see that you're really trying to change that, but a lot of it, that whole big change that you're trying to do, is basically fueled by you not completely having direction. I do see that right now you're having a hard time deciding on what it is you really want in your life. You do recognize that you want something in your life and you want it to go somewhere. You want your life to go in a certain direction, have this certain decision being made, but I do see that right now it's very unclear. All you know is that you just want things to change, but it's just been very, very, very difficult for you. And I do see that you've been really working your butt off. You've been really working hard and just really trying to basically, you know, try to reap your gains. And I do see that you're learning, you understand that these things are going to help you, but you don't feel as if these things that you've been working hard on have been, you know, manifesting the right way. You feel as if it's all in vain, as if you're just really wasting time and just withering away. So I do see for group number 1 is that you really need to find that direction. Why are you doing this? What is the reason behind everything that you want to change? Because I do see that it is your direction that is the strongest feeling that you have, and this certain direction that which is why you basically want to change this whole pattern. And I do feel that you're having a hard time because everything seems so repetitive, because everything seems like, even though it's repetitive, it doesn't seem as if it's worth it, as if you're just going around in circles. So right now I do need to see, you need to keep going back to the question of why are you doing this, and why is everything happening, and why do you feel so strongly about it, just so that you're able to really change and achieve what it is that you really want, and to really appreciate everything else that, you know, that you're experiencing, which is going to help you in your growth. So I do hope you find clarity for everyone in group number 1, and stay safe. Okay, so this is for everyone who chose group number 2. Now I do see that you are having a hard time deciphering what is real and what is not. There are a lot of things that you really desire, a lot of things that you feel would fill you up emotionally, a lot of things that you just really get your head in the clouds because of all your emotions, because you feel as if achieving these certain things will fill you up emotionally, and so you end up really fantasizing, maybe just sitting around in your bed and just really thinking about everything else that you could achieve or what you want. But I do see that it's so much and it could feel very overwhelming to the point where sometimes you end up not really doing a lot of these or any of these things. So right now I do see that you really have to focus on what it is that you really want, what is the core of what is going to keep you emotionally sane. I do see that you are a very hardworking person. You acknowledge the things that you achieve. You acknowledge whatever it is that you've gained from your hard work, and then you really take the time to really notice it. But I do see that there's this certain creative block. Like, I do feel a part of your work, or something that you do desire involves creativity, and I do feel that right now it's really being hindered because you're going through a lot of these certain patterns, these certain working really hard and just really trying to achieve something. I do see that because you are trying to achieve a lot, you do feel that there are certain creative aspects in you that get hindered. And so a lot of these creative juices, for lack of a better term, a lot of these creative moments are just shoved aside, or you feel as if you could give a moment of this certain creativity, but because you are really working hard on something, it's really, you can't really force out the creativity in you. Right now it seems as if you are in the moment of just really working hard. So I do feel like the advice of the cards is basically for you to really address what it is that helps you emotionally, that fills you up emotionally, so that you start to have that creative outlook in life. I do feel like once you find out whatever that is that you want emotionally, that creativity is just going to flow, and you're going to have a perfect balance between working really hard and hustling and just really feeling contented about really reaching your goals, and just being able to really start off with the manifesting and really conceptualizing everything that you have in your mind. So really just find what fills you up emotionally, so that everything else follows mentally, and everything else monetarily or pattern wise, you've got it down. So hopefully you just keep that up while having the energy to just really continue being creative and emotionally fulfilled. So that's it for group number 2. I hope you stay safe. Okay, so for group number 3, I do see that you've had these certain conflicts socially. I do feel like a lot of these moments or these struggles keep you up at night, and so you end up just really overthinking and just really trying to protect yourself. I do see that there was a lot of moments where things felt very unclear, as if you felt very like you're not necessarily defeated, but there's a part of you that does feel defeated, and so you really try to protect yourself because you don't want to feel that, but it ends up eating you up, and so you end up just really waking up at night and just really overthinking and just really thinking about every single person that's made you feel this way. And then it ends up that you sometimes you end up hurting yourself with those thoughts, even though technically you shouldn't really be affected. Like, the only reason why you're affected is because you are allowing this to be affected, or allowing yourself to be affected by this. And then I do see that right now, because of all this, you've just really tried to close yourself off. But I do see that you really need to reach out and really open your arms into really helping other people, because just because other people hurt you doesn't mean that you should close yourself off to other people. Just because you felt this hurt doesn't mean that other people deserve to also feel that kind of pain. And so I do see that though it's good that you are protecting yourself and that you will be protecting yourself, I also do see that you have to allow yourself to really help other people who you see or you might find to have similar experiences, or could possibly feel the same as how you've felt recently. And I feel like through this you'll be able to really heal by healing other people, and this could help you, in one way kind of distract you from investing so much energy in overthinking and just waking up randomly at night, to just really appreciate everything and everyone around you that's just they're not necessarily there to bother you, but it's just really good to understand and to see that there are people who have certain struggles, and everyone just needs anyone, and I feel like you could be that kind of person to really support whoever it is that comes into your life, because I do see that you've learned from this pain, and so learning from this, you could use that positively and just really reach out and help them without having to sacrifice your guard or putting your guard down. You could find that perfect balance of really keeping your guard up and just really reaching out and telling people, this is what I've learned, this is what I've felt, and maybe through them, in a way, you could be learning. So by healing, you heal other people, you heal yourself, and you just learn and expound. And so I think that's a really beautiful thing. So I hope everything gets okay. I hope you get a good night's sleep for everyone who's been in group number 3. And I hope you stay safe. Alright, so this is for everyone who chose group number 4. Now I do see that recently you felt very blinded, you felt really trapped, and now you're kind of fully realizing all the opportunities that you have. Basically, a lot of these situations you thought you didn't have, but it was just really you kind of blinding yourself and not really seeing these opportunities and just really being affected by everyone around you. You felt as if a lot of people around you were basically trapping you, were basically you thought that they were the reason why you couldn't move on, why you couldn't get out of this certain rug. But now you've realized that no, they're not the reason, and you can move on, and you can just like continuously not be affected by it. It's very easy for you to get out. So I'm glad that you've realized that, but I also do see that you feel very impatient and just continuously contemplating. I do feel like a part of you feels like you've wasted a lot of time and just really overthinking and just really wallowing up in your emotions and being affected by everyone. But I do see that you need to take this time to really take a breather and really understand and focus what it is, or what chances are there for you, basically, that's going to help you up emotionally. And I do see that right now you are very, very, very overwhelmed with the overthinking. There's a lot of ideas and a lot of pressures that you really put on yourself and that other people put on you. And I do see that right now you feel as if you could be defeated. And so I do see that's why you need to really take time to focus on what it is you want emotionally, or what it is that's going to really put yourself in a certain mantra or this certain middle ground where you know that you are taking the time, but you also really need to recognize that in order for you to finally achieve what it is you're achieving, you need to give yourself rest, and you really need to give yourself time to just basically breathe before you can finally continue. And I do feel that right now you do feel impatient because you felt like a lot of time has been wasted. But I also do see that you have to recognize that we're going through a pandemic, so it's pretty valid and it's fine, and you shouldn't really compare your pace to other people, and you should understand that this kind of rest, and this rest which already has this certain acknowledgement of what it is you want, is part of the work. This certain rest is going to be part of the work. And so I'd really need you to understand that everything that's going on in your mind, whatever it is that people have done, whatever it is that people make you think or overthink, that is all on them. And right now all you really need to do is just really focus on what it is that you want, all these ideas, and what it is that really just fills you up emotionally. And once you finally made that decision, once you finally discover that, then everything else will go smoothly and you'll have the upper hand. So just really take your time, group number 4. And so I think that's it. And hopefully you guys stay safe and use some alcohol.